We're going to start off with a short video of myself. I have another phone charging there. While doing a video with my phone, I forgot to plug my phone in. My son walked in and my phone shut down, so I don't know if the last video uploaded. I can't get my camera to work on my computer. I don't know if it's because of the new Logitech software, but that would be ridiculous by logistical thinking. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on, and I want to bring this. Some people say, why do you joke so much? Why don't you get right into it? How come you don't finish certain things? How come you go halfway? Some of the stuff is a theory, okay, based on basic realities of the letters in the alphabet and what does the first letter start with. If it starts with the letter I, it can stand alone and always be capitalized. Have you ever seen a place where the H stands alone? In many instances, in French, they exchange the J for a G. In the word what, I don't really hear the H, but it's not said the same way as I, E, A, I, O, and U. Every letter is said a little bit different to the sound. And Xavier with a J that's not mentioned, or Julio, now you have an H in place of a J, which is now you're replacing the 8 with a 1. Why should we complete 1 and 9 together when 1 and 9 brings us back to 1? By completing everything back to 1 or the 10 worlds, we complete a different situation. If we come to the 4 worlds, 3 and 1 is 4. So what happened? What I'm trying to say is, well, let's go to 4 and 6. Well, 4 is inside of 6. If you're looking at the deck of cards, it's talking about the whole life and the half-life of 6. Therefore, if 6 is a half-life, and 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 2 is 9, and 2 times 3 is 6, there must be a relationship on the cross and in multiplication in order to have that equation exist. If that equation exists, hold up a not a triangle, hold up a diamond and connect the corners. Only connect the corners inside the diameter, and you're going to see the cross. So the diamond creates a cross, and the cross is the plus sign. But a square cuts both sides, and that will be your your multiplication sign. Now, if you're playing Monopoly, every corner will have an X in it, and every property will have an X in it, except the corner X will be a 45-degree cut perfectly. But the property X will have a 2/3 cut all the way down because it takes 2 squares to create a rectangle, where it needs 4 squares to create a square. Yes, you can have 1, but if you have 1, you have 8 around 1. If you want to make Monopoly up that way, whoa, what a different game it is. But as a Monopoly as it stands, where the smallest shape you can actually put into a corner using squares on square paper is 4 squares and 2 squares, and 2. I have 18 squares and then 4 squares. 22 to life bust, 26 containing 2 stories of God, 9 and 9, 18, and 3 corners, 4, 4, and 4. Sorry, it's not 18. The first 9 is 18. It's 18, 4, and 4. It's 191. But if you create it as can I show you? I'm going to just show you this upside down. See this? There's 4 inside of here, right? The Monopoly corner looks like this. Therefore, this would be 2 properties, 4 properties, and then we'd be at the train station over here. So if this was 4, we'd have 18 in between for the 9 properties and then 4. So 4 and 18 is 22, 26, and 18, 44 area space, and 4, 48, equaling to the sun of Pluto. 48 and 18, 48, 58, 66. We now have the woman. We get into the corner. We have 70, the gateway, which is the jail. 70, the gateway, and 18 equals to 88. We have a total of 88 to go across, which is the purple sky system, red and blue. And then 4 again is 92, and that becomes our birth. We've started and go. We came back to go. We collected 400 for our birth. 1818. You want to tell me the story of numbers and how God came into our minds? How is God so connected with me? Why don't I understand? Why doesn't He show up? But yet there are different races. Hallelujah. When you walk into that church and you got that godly feeling inside of you, you have vibrated inside your own self to pick up your own personal vibration. And when you feel it and you believe, you tend to follow that. The thing is, the difference between what the church says is not what the church says and not exactly what's in the Bible, because you only have to remember you are semiconductor, fully semi-connected. Something like that. RFI chip going into your body. If man created it and God created man, then they created every situation to go into creation, right? You see, in order for me to remember anything I've done, I didn't write it in a book. I wrote in a book, I put it in videos. I let the whole world in my hands. I put the whole world in my hands. I put myself in the hands of the whole world. I put myself in the hands of. So, whatever information I have, if it's checked out by 6 billion people, we're going to have 6 billion different scenarios of explanations and perception, conceiving the understanding of the word that I speak. And of course, don't tell me if there's no interest, if somebody doesn't show up and nobody cares, but those who do and those who really want to know this God inside of me? Do I have an RFI chip? Of course you do. But you have a GFI strip. Your whole body is your stripped DNA inside the star equinox Pegasus system of intertwining relationships with the mind. Without this, the body, without the spirit and the mind, is a life not lived on planet Earth, but a life lived elsewhere, where the survival of the empty shell on the planet Earth has as much life elsewhere as it does here. But it's not participating here, it's participating elsewhere. As the cow, the chicken, the duck, and the dog, and the bird, and the vegetables in our garden, and the trees, all participating in the star system. Oh, look, Ma, I'm going to be a carrot. And they're going to eat me. And I'm going to go inside that human ark, A-R-C, C-A-R, car. So if I am the covenant ark, then I am part of the joining numeric values of the 10 commandments. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So what is the 10 card? It is 2 worlds in 1, in all, in the circle around 1, which is 9. Because of Adam and Eve. What is a water droplet? What is H2O? What are the element values that can never be broken down, but only be combined to make a difference of who they are, adjoining another? If you want to know, do we have a personal relationship? We need to know that the truth we understand is actually the truth. That we just shouldn't just believe because somebody else showed it to me. And how much time do I have to spend learning to believe and to trust and to love who you trust, who you believe? And what is it? What is it that says, I can trust you? I believe you because you gave me money, because you helped me in a deed, because you went out of the way for me? What was the circumstance of you leaving your path to come and to be with me, to help me? What would I do for you? Why would I do it? Why do I ask so many questions? Because I am a participant in all of what I believe all can think, and I must think in order to know that I know that my sanity in the star system is logic based on what logic is defined to be. To know the difference, to believe, to trust, to understand, and to always remember There can always be errors, mistakes. Somebody can misjudge, causing a block, a roadway, a barrier. Bar the 12, they said. Why should I bar the 12? And in which way is it barred? And what happens at the bar mitzvah? But the butz mitzvah. Butz mitzvah and bar mitzvah. Bar saying 6 and 7. But what is butt saying? It's a tub. T-U-B backwards. But. Sometimes they say, don't touch my butt. The butt, the tub, the holder of everything you've eaten in your life goes and comes out your butt. But this, but that. They took the information in from whatever you ate and you delivered. What you eat and what you delivered for the animals that you mistreated, that you now eat, that are in the star system, hooked up directly to God. And they know. So if you're a bad person, and you know you're a bad person, has karma now set upon you? See, there's a word for everything that happens. I mean, did you see my karma tree? Oh, where's my karma tree? Right there. It says karma, karma. There's my Cancer, my turtle, my tortoise taking away the cell over here with the 2 jacks, right? I also got up in the sky, I've got, I don't know if you can see it right over there. There's that's the bear. Those are the M&Ms tweeting out the purchases. And there's the bull right over here. So anyways, forget about that. It's all made in clay. Everything is made in clay, pliable, like the moon. Right? Is the moon made of clay? I know the moon lights up once a month. So we were talking about logic, belief, understanding, connected to the Holy Ghost. God. Is God with me? Why does God take my life? Hello? You're not here. You're here. Should you want to stay forever? How much more fun can you have than the 75, 80 years to feel the full effect of humanity? You're in the star system, buddy. And isn't the reality is you just want to feel good? So what's the difference if you have a body if you're feeling good? What vegetative state are you in if you're feeling good? I want to feel useful. I want to be useful. What does it mean? Why do you feel you need to be useful when all you need to feel good? Because if it makes you feel good to be useful, well, just feeling good is good enough. What if I was only the face with no body, and I came here on a screen every single day, and I spoke, but I had no body, and I never moved, but my expression, my voice, my delivery, telling the story as it is as the truth of my belief, and if I was trusted, and it was your truths of your belief, and you had a better understanding and acceptance and time to spend to remember, not to forget, and not to be deceived by another who's trying to profit the easy way out in life. But nothing's easy, but it's what you enjoy. How to maneuver yourself, to take advantage of everybody, to have more, but you can't eat anymore. You can't drink anymore. You can't make love or have any more eggs and babies, orgasms anymore. You can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. But you have to keep deceiving, and that is where your joy comes in. But you can't have any more than your 2 legs, the freedom to move. And now you're taking away the freedom of others to move, where everybody else has to now figure it out together of, how do I move? How do I move around? I can't move. They don't let me do this, and they don't let me do that. But in logic, why not? What is the logic of stopping somebody from doing certain things? Don't speed your car in a small street, in a big street, in any street. It's dangerous for everybody. So don't do it. Don't hit or punch or cheat anybody. Some simple stuff. But if I'm sitting at my home and I'm smoking a cigarette having a joint, taking whatever kind of drugs you want, and drinking a bottle of wine, do it. The only reason for a logistic law is for those who abuse and then abuse others surrounding them, there has to be a basic law of judgment, and as well things getting into the hands of the wrong people and the youngsters disturbing their own life because of what they want to try and know at ages when they're not ready to have those kinds of things in their possession. And that's what you call growing up. When I was 1 year old, I had my first birthday party. At 2, more or less, I was 2. And so it went on. But then I had the big 10. And then the big 12 bat mitzvah. And 13. 12 and 13. 12th letter, 13th letter, L and M, to love. The L and the M, to love. L is the 12th letter, 1 and 2, 3, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 2 and 3, 5, beta creation, the E worlds. 1 and 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 4 and 3, Earth and Mars, 57, 75, 77, Jesus Christ, times 75 equals 5775 or the year 2015, which is the hand of God location on Mars. Why? Because the hand of God, 7 times 15 equals to 105, which 7 times 5 is 35, 7 times 10 is 70, equaling to the gateway in the hand of God, 105. That's what it is. All ones are reversed to 6. All zeros are equal to 8. But I only count them as 6 because you're in the heaven of the birth. Only count the 8. The one spirit is not yours. It doesn't belong to you. You only have the passage. You're only the receiver of the heavenly spirits. And you are the 8 heaven into the 6 man. You are the gateway in the 8 heaven. Okay, in both worlds at the same time, you're 8. 66, let's bar the 66. The opposite of the 66 is 11, 1 and 1. 1 and 2 in the house and the ox is the opposite is 56, 65. And again, we get the Jesus Christ DNA creation because 6 times 5 is 30 creation. 6 plus 5 is 11. Total is 41. The 41 is the 14th letter and the first letter and the 4th letter says DNA. It multiplies to 1 times 4. 1 plus 4 is 5 and 4. D and E, the Son. The Son. Of the Son. D and E. The D is the 4th letter. The E, it says F. Of the Son. That's what it is in numbers. They talk. They say things. Basic language. So now we have the bar. But like I said in my last video, if the bar was over here, but you couldn't connect the bar here and here because there was a voided space. There's only 2 ways to connect the bar. Either you make a U on each side, the 8 and the 9 card. I'm going to show that in my next video. Or what you do is you cross it, one straight line this way. And then you cross your line on the top, your line on the bottom, creating your... I wish I can turn this camera around. In fact, I should stop it now. Let's just end this video. If there's anything that they can change us into to have more control of who we are, then it's already been done in a star system somewhere else in order for us to be able to receive the word of God. And if millions and billions of people believe that there is a God, right? There is a God. How many people believe there is a God? Or the God of Moses and the God of this? Well, if nothing is real, why even follow the Bible? Why not just follow the general rules of life? Just be good. Be good. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Can I see my 2 eyes in here? Like that? Thank you for watching this video.